All right, here we are at the last installment of the samurai tactical games. It's the Battle of Sekigahara. A little bit of historical background. It's about 20 years after Oda dies. The ensuing period has mainly been ruled by Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who was one of the two top generals of the Oda. The other top one was the Tokugawa, who we saw in the last couple battles, I think. And this is a situation where a civil war essentially is erupting among Oda's former retainers. Well, Hideyoshi's former retainers, actually. We have good old Yasu, I think he died, Tokugawa, who I know died once, but I think twice in these games already. And we also have the Ishida clan, essentially one of Hideyoshi's bureaucrats, who managed to grab his heir and is claiming, well, and is fighting for the right for that heir to succeed to the title. Tokugawa is unwilling to allow this to happen. However you want to see this, is this a power grab, or is it, and this is how it's often been more argued, just a matter of he couldn't stand somebody else being the chief regent, and this is the only option he had. So the blue essentially are Ishida's supposed loyalists, and then we have Tokugawa with the yellow. It's an interesting situation in terms of a battle. Ishida's set up and has quite a large force with a couple of huge clans, and he also has some crack cav units, but he's got some. He outnumbers Tokugawa on this field. There's no question. Tokugawa may have more forces overall. Yeah, he does. But this is what he brought to this battle, and this is everything that Ishida has basically at this point. So, key people on the board. Ishida's down here, all the way on his left flank. Tokugawa is back here. He has no troops of his own. He's allowed to bring some in as reserves if his own route levels go high enough. I think it's 50% more than his opponent. There's special rules. Well, all right, yeah, let's go with the special political rules first. One of the biggest issues is the the Kobai Akawa, who are up here. Now, the whole battle was basically spent with both sides trying to convince them to join on their side. And they're actually more likely to join the Tokugawa. Although, if someone's winning the battle, they get a bonus on the die roll, so that will help the situation there. Now, we also have, I'm trying to catch all of these because they're kind of interesting. The Shimazu, whose leader was sulking due to a disagreement with Ishida, and essentially refused to do anything in the battle. He said he's fighting for his own clan. If the Tokugawa approach or attack him, it's more likely that he'll get activated, but chances are very good that Ishida simply will not be able to use him. At some point or another, if they're attempted to be used, they may just decide to flee the map, and then they go charging south down this road, and anything in their way they're going to attack. That includes allies. All right. Special changes in the game. Well, one of the big ones is 20 years later from the other battles, we're seeing no Teppo, no Yumi. The Teppo are integrated into the Ashikara, and that means that you've got something sort of like what you were seeing in the 30 Years' War period, where you have the pikes and the muskets. Well, here you're having the Teppo mixed in with the normal sort of polearm troops. And one other big kind of interesting facet is we have Ozutsu cannons. These can be moved with any clan that activates them. They either move or fire. They are able to kind of reaction fire, which is cool. And they're also, it's also possible they'll just blow up in battle. They don't have any defending troops. You have to put your own troops with them. And I think that's about it. Historically, this force was actually the determining force in the battle. A couple of, there's still some other stuff. The two huge Ishida clans. We've seen big clans before. They're kind of an interesting thing. Now, one of them's not, obviously, we don't know which side it's going to be, but there is another really, really big Ishida clan. And those provide for an interesting, different kind of play, because they can really dominate the field on one action in a way that nothing else can. On the other hand, you don't get the little actions that, you don't get kind of the breakthrough results that you might get by running one clan and then another clan and then another clan. So you get kind of mixed blessings off of them. And finally, leadership-wise, Ishida is definitely a much, much worse leader than Tokugawa. Tokugawa there, he's got a 7 initiative and a big 4 clan activation? No, 3 clan activation and 3 trump attempts. And, sorry. He's only got a 2 initiative, or a 4 initiative, 2 activations, and 2 trump attempts. So, big difference. And over the board, the armies are pretty good. But the leadership, it's a pretty mixed bag. Ishida has some pretty good leaders, actually. Okay.